Breakups are messy. They're like a storm that rips through your life, leaving scattered pieces of memories, plans, and emotions in its wake. But what if I told you that this chaos could be the catalyst for something extraordinary?
Wow.
Most people see heartbreak as the end of the road.
True.
But here's the twist. It's also a beginning. It's a chance to rebuild, rediscover, and reimagine a life that's more aligned with your true self. Yes, it's painful, and yes, it feels impossible right now. But within the ashes of what was, there's an opportunity to rise stronger than ever before. So take a deep breath. This is your moment, not just to survive, but to transform. By the time you're done, you won't just be moving on. You'll be moving forward with purpose and clarity. Ready to get started? Let's dive into the first step. Acknowledge the pain. Pain is like an uninvited guest that shows up at your door.
True.
Annoying, but you can't just ignore it. The first step is to acknowledge its presence. Pretending you're okay only delays the healing. Think of it like a storm. Instead of running, find shelter and let it pass. Let yourself cry, scream into a pillow, or write everything down in a journal. Whatever you do, don't suppress it. It only bottles up, waiting to explode later. Sometimes people think feeling pain makes them weak, but it's quite the opposite. Strength comes from facing those feelings head-on. Imagine a scar from a cut. It heals faster when you clean it instead of hiding it under a band-aid. A breakup is similar. Acknowledging the hurt is how you start to heal. You could try grounding techniques like sitting in a quiet space and naming 3 things you see, hear, and feel to stay present while processing emotions. Acknowledging pain doesn't mean wallowing in it forever. It's about giving yourself permission to grieve. If you're a movie lover, think of it like watching a sad film. You cry, feel it deeply, but eventually the credits roll and you move on. Once you allow those emotions to flow, you create space for understanding what they're teaching you. And trust me, that lesson is your first step toward reframing your story. Grief is a process, not a destination. Grief isn't something you check off a to-do list. It's a journey, not a quick pit stop. It ebbs and flows, much like waves in the ocean. Some days are calm, and others hit you hard. The key is understanding that this is normal. You're not failing because you're still hurting. You're simply moving through the process. Imagine planting a seed. It takes time to grow roots before it blooms. Your healing works the same way. Many people get frustrated, thinking they should be over it by now. But who decided there's a deadline for healing?
True.
Progress doesn't mean forgetting the pain overnight. It's about learning to live alongside it. Think of grief like learning a new skill.
No.
Messy at first, but with time and practice, it becomes part of your rhythm. Simple practices like journaling your emotions weekly or meditating can help you track your growth without rushing it. And here's the thing about grief. It's uniquely yours. There's no blueprint or shortcut that fits everyone. Instead of comparing your journey to someone else's, embrace where you are. Like climbing a mountain, each step is different and some take longer. The important part? You're still climbing. As you keep moving, you'll start to notice glimmers of hope. Small moments reminding you that healing is unfolding naturally. Reach out your support system. The first step to self-care after a breakup? Building your safety net. Think of it like laying a foundation for a house. You can't move forward without something solid to stand on. Reaching out to friends and family is more than just venting. It's about surrounding yourself with people who remind you of your worth. Call that friend who always makes you laugh or visit a relative who gives the best hugs. Their presence becomes the glue holding you together when everything feels like it's falling apart. Sometimes, it's hard to ask for help. You might worry about being a burden or feel embarrassed about opening up. But here's the truth. The people who love you want to be there for you. They'll likely appreciate your honesty and feel closer to you for it. If face-to-face chats feel overwhelming, start small. Send a text saying, "I'm going through a tough time, and I could use some support." You'll be surprised at how many doors that simple message can open. And remember, support systems aren't just about talking. It's about shared experiences too. Go for a walk with a friend, cook a meal together, or even join a local group that aligns with your interests. These activities foster connection without putting all the focus on your breakup. By leaning on your circle, you're not just easing your burden. You're reinforcing bonds that will carry you through the next steps in your healing journey. Embrace the lessons. Breakups have a sneaky way of being life's greatest teachers, even if the lessons come wrapped in heartache. Think of it like pruning a plant. Removing the old makes room for new growth. Every tear shed, every sleepless night, holds a deeper understanding of what you truly value. Maybe you've learned the importance of setting boundaries, or perhaps you've realized the kind of partner who complements your growth rather than hindering it. Take a moment to reflect on what this chapter has taught you. Growth isn't always easy to spot in the moment. It's like a seed buried underground. But when you dig deep, you'll uncover insights that can shape your future. For example, if trust was an issue, this is your chance to redefine how you communicate in relationships. Journaling can be a powerful tool here.
Got it.
Write down what worked, what didn't, and what you'd want in your next relationship. You're not dwelling on the past. You're using it as a guidebook for your next chapter. And let's not overlook the personal strengths you've developed along the way. Did you discover resilience you didn't know you had? Maybe you've become more self-aware or learned to prioritize your own happiness. Celebrate those victories, no matter how small they feel. Each one is a stepping stone toward a brighter future, reminding you that even through pain, there's immense potential for transformation. Create a fresh start. Every ending holds the potential for a new beginning, and a breakup is no exception. It's like wiping the slate clean and being handed the chalk. You get to draw the life you've always envisioned. Maybe the relationship had you compromising in ways that didn't sit well with your core values. Now's your moment to reflect. What truly matters to you? Freedom, creativity, connection? Align your choices with those answers and start building a life that feels authentic to who you are. This fresh start isn't just theoretical, it's practical. Begin by setting goals that excite you. Always wanted to switch careers, learn a new skill, or travel solo? Now's the time. For example, if you've dreamed of learning photography, sign up for a local workshop or dive into online courses. These steps, no matter how small, reignite your sense of purpose and remind you that life after a breakup can be rich with possibilities. And as you step into this new chapter, embrace the unknown with curiosity instead of fear. Yes, it's uncharted territory, but that's the beauty of it. You're no longer confined by someone else's expectations. Surround yourself with people and activities that inspire you. Remember, this isn't just about moving on. It's about moving forward in a way that feels right for you. The past may shape you, but it doesn't define the incredible future you're about to create. So, here's the big question. What are you going to do with this opportunity? You've learned the steps to heal, to let go, and to rebuild, not just a version of your old life, but something entirely new and aligned with who you truly are. Are you ready to embrace this fresh start and show yourself just how resilient you can be? Because the truth is, no one else can make these changes for you. It's your journey, and every step you take shapes the future you're heading toward. If you found value in this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Let's keep growing together. What's one thing you're committing to change today? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, moving forward isn't just a choice. It's a declaration that your happiness is worth the effort. Ready to take the next step? Let's do this.